Are you a leader who gets stuck in self-doubt or imposter syndrome or wondering about your own passion and purpose and your contribution? Maybe you're thinking, I'm doing my best, but it's never enough. Or you're choosing not to speak up or make decisions because you fear of judgment or not getting it right. I definitely know how that feels. The problem is, there are so many expectations put upon us today as leaders. I mean, look at the environment that you're in. It's almost impossible for your potential to come out when you are trying so hard to be everything to everybody around you. When I ask people what they expect of a leader, I often hear this. I want someone who is good with people and good with strategy. They need to understand the big picture and also know the details on what's going on. Someone who's good with finance and also understands the complexities of dealing with people on a daily basis. Good with emotional intelligence. They need to be compassionate and kind, but also they need to know when to be tough and bold and, to be able to make the decisions that, and they have to be comfortable with that. They have to be good with change and flexible and agile, manage where we need consistency, be out with the people and be available when required, have an open door policy but still get your work done, be far enough away not to micromanage, but not so far away that people think you're in an ivory tower. Oh, great communicators, charismatic and down to earth, but very good listeners, as well as good talkers. Someone who can tell us what we need to know and find a way to reward and recognize everybody just how they want to be rewarded and recognized. Finally, make sure we're super clear on what's expected. Delegate, don't dump. Be a sounding board, not a dumping bucket. Make me feel like we're buddies, but have really clear personal and professional boundaries that are reasonable. And be accountable for the results that you get, that your team get, that your staff get. So I ask you, if the Archangel Gabriel is not available for the leadership role you have going, what will we do? Sometimes I just think it's near impossible to meet everybody's expectations of a leader. What if I told you that you don't have to? What if I told you that you could be so clear on the value that you bring and unwavering on your potential and your purpose that your leadership attracted like-minded people to you? Not people that are the same as you, but people that can work well with you. What if you don't need to be the smartest person in the room because you know that everybody else has something to teach you and you also know that you have something to teach them? Now, if you don't put any effort into your own self-awareness, if you can't answer the question confidently on this is what I love to do and this is who I love to be, or this is what I'm good at, or in the words of the greatest showman, this is me, then you're going to struggle to find your place, to find your passion and your purpose. So here's a solution. If you feel stuck, focus on what else there is. Take the focus off being stuck and put it on discovering more about who you are and the value that you bring. With childlike wonder and curiosity, dare to ask, who am I? Once you do this, not only will your confidence expand, but how you show up in the world will as well. The moment I really started to embody this one mindset shift, to discover my potential, to realize that I had potential and I didn't have to know everything, the thought of knowing what my strengths were, my talents, and the value that I bring, utilizing those talents on a daily basis, it transformed me from a feeling of underwhelm or not being enough or falling into that imposter syndrome to feeling like a real contributor, a valuable player, as a parent, as a leader, as a human being. It was the moment that everything changed. When I introduced Gallup Clifton Strengths into my coaching practice many years later, I was surprised with the number of people that became really interested in discovering more about themselves. I was surprised at the level of people who went through the process and came out feeling more aware of their value, more aware of their contribution, and more confident. And mostly, I was quite surprised when people said to me, "Am I a psychic?" No, I'm not. I'm not a psychic. I didn't complete the profile. You did. All I did was take the time to get to know who you were and then link that to your profile to see if it makes sense to you, because I think that's important. This is me, Kelly Wacher. I'm a behavioral coach and I'm focused on leadership development. I'm focused on unraveling and revealing potential and the strengths movement. I am truly passionate about discovering your talents and having you truly let your contribution shine through. This has been my focus for the last 17 years, discovering the magic in you, like a phoenix from the ashes. Honestly, there's something quite remarkable about uh, accepting self-awareness and acknowledging the good parts of you, the strengths, the weaknesses, and being okay with that.